Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pam. Today I want to do a little tutorial for you on making coasters and coaster sleeves, whether you sew or don't sew. I know there's a lot of videos out there already on coasters, but just wanted to show you what my interpretation is, and hopefully maybe it's something you can use in the future. So first of all, we have the square coasters. They look like a little 4-patch as far as quilting. And there's the sewn ones, and then there's the no-sew, which is they're fabric glued instead of sewing them. So I have that one, and I love this one. Black and white, so pretty. And then the coaster sleeves are round, okay? And what these are for is, I've been to, up north I used to go to a restaurant where they had paper ones. But they would put these on the bottom of your water goblets or wine goblets or whatever, and it would keep the drips from getting on you. It would catch all that. So that's what it would look like. Okay. They're just really pretty. It just adds a little bit of pizzazz or whatever to your glasses. So, the first thing to do, let's do the square ones first because those are the easier ones. So the first thing you want to do is each coaster takes 6 squares of fabric. I usually use 2 different colors, just to kind of give it a little variety. And I use a 4-inch square. Now you can use a 5-inch, it just makes it a little bigger. And that way, if you go to a fabric store or Hobby Lobby where they have the charm packs, which are all 5-inch squares, then you can get a whole pack. You can make a lot of coasters out of that. I think you can make like, let's see, 6. I think there's like 42, 6 pieces. So you could make, you can make 7 coasters out of one little charm pack. But anyways, so I'm going to turn the camera down so that you can see what I'm doing instead of looking at my gorgeous face. Okay, so bear with me a second. This straight. Okay, here we go. All right, for the square ones, you're going to have, the way this works is we're going to sew and then we're going to flip right side out. So you choose what you want to really have on the bottom of your coaster. I have chosen to have the green on the bottom, and so this will be my inside color of the coaster. So you want to lay your inside color face right side down, and then your outside color right side up. Okay? And then you're going to take your other 4 squares and you're going to fold them in half, little finger crease, and you're going to lay this outer edge, the opened edge, to the outer edge of your square, straight across, like that. And then you'll take one of the other color, same thing, fold it in half, like that, and you're going to lay that one down the side. And then take the next pink one, same thing, fold it in half, finger press, turn the outside edge to the edge, lay it across there. Now when you get to the 4th one, which is the yellow I'm using, and you lay it across, it's like, uh-oh, we lost the other pink square. So what you have to do is lift this one up, lift the original pink over, so you see your base, lay the yellow one down, or whatever your color is, down, and then flip that back over, and you now have your 4-patch. Okay? Now the next thing you're going to do, if you're comfortable, you don't need to pin, but if you don't want them moving around, is I put like a stick pin in each corner here in the middle. That'll hold it together really nice. And then I stitch all the way around about 1/8 of an inch seam. And when you're done stitching, okay, the next thing, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So it's all stitched with a couple little strings, yes. Strings are my life. Okay, then you want to snip your corner tips, your points, because that makes a little smoother point when you turn, if you don't have that extra bulk. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take this and reach down in until you see the inside, and you're going to flip this right side out. And I did this one backwards. Okay, hang on a second. I guess I didn't do the green on this one. I think I did the green on the other ones. Sorry about the confusion. So my pink would have been on top instead of the green when I was showing you earlier here. Sorry about that. So anyways, you turn this all right side out. So we get to this side, and now you need to push your corners out a little bit, and you do not want to use sharp scissors because they'll go right through your fabric and make a hole. So you can use a crochet hook. I use most of the time an ink pen. Just make sure your ink thing is not down, and just take it and put it down in the corners and just kind of push it out, run along the seam, push it out. Get down in there. There we go. And being stubborn with me here. And one more. Come on. I know you're hiding down in there. There it comes. Okay. So anyways, when you're all done, there's your little coaster. And then I press mine so that they're nice and even. See, now I still have a corner here that's not quite out there yet. So sometimes you just have to be patient and work with them a little bit, and they'll come out. So that's what it looks like. This one looks a little better. You can see I didn't push the other one out far enough. Now, when you're doing the no-sew, we're going to start over here real quickly. Now this one, because we're not turning it right side out, we're going to make it just, it's going to be just the way it is once we glue it all. So you choose which color you want for the bottom. I'm going to choose the green. And so you're going to want to glue all the way around and glue these two pieces together. That's the first thing you're going to do, okay? Then you're going to take your 4 other blocks, and the first thing you're going to do is take them and put a layer of glue on the inside of your fold there, lay the other edge up, and just kind of press it a little bit so that it glues together. Do that with all 4 of your other blocks, okay? Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to run a strip of glue across here, and you're going to lay this, fold it on the raw edges on the raw edge, on the outer edge there. Glue that down. Same thing over here. Run a strip of glue, lay this one down, press, strip of glue again, press. Now when you get to this one, when I made these first ones, I didn't think about this part, but now I've already got this one glued down. Now what you could do originally when you're laying your first strip down is just glue this half, okay, which would make life a little easier. I didn't. I had already glued it down, so fortunately with fabric glue, you can pull it back up real quick, okay? So we're going to glue this edge down like that. And then we're going to run another little piece of glue right here to lay this one back down on. And just kind of press it down like that, okay? Now, on these glued ones, you have to put something around the edges because they kind of, you have to trim off the little strings and stuff when you're done, but they have an unfinished edge, okay? And that's where your trims come in. Now, I used on these, let me show you again. I've got this one. I used this yarn, and this one I used this color. And what these are, it's called scrubby yarn. Okay, it might be backwards to you. I'm sorry if it is, but it's by Red Heart. I got these as a gift, but you can buy them at any of your fabric stores that sell yarn. Hobby Lobby, Michaels, Walmart, they all sell, you know, different yarns. But those are two, these are just so cute. They're fun. They're kind of, you know, they got little fronds going off of them. They're just kind of fun yarn to play with. So you could use that. You could use, where's my little bag at? Oh, I took it back. Okay. You could use any kind of yarn or ribbons. You could put ribbon around it. I've got some satin ribbon here. Skinny. You want to do skinny. You could do lace, rickrack. You could do around the edges. You know, so there's different ways that you could finish them off and just make them really cute. And this fabric glue that I used is this, and I'll put it down in the description below. It's called Fabric-tac, and it's made by Beacon, B-E-A-C-O-N. I buy mine at Joann Fabrics, but I know they have it at Hobby Lobby and Michaels and every place else. If you can get a coupon for like the 40% off or 50% off, buy the 8 ounce because the 4 ounce it's not going to last you long when you start gluing. I do a lot of junk journaling, and I love this fabric glue. I mean, Fabric-tac, it's just wonderful. It dries pretty quick, it's strong, it's washable, and so that's one I would recommend. There is another one called Glitter Glue. Comes in a smaller bottle, has a real thin, long nozzle on it that you can get into little crevices and places. So that's another one that dries pretty quick and is also very sturdy glue, and is washable. So anyways, just wanted to show you that, and like I said, I will put it in the description box below. So those are the square ones, okay? The next thing I want to show you is the sleeves for your glasses. Now, I showed you this one, which has it's blue with a little, I was just playing when I made these. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason on what colors I picked, but I wanted to see what the pink pearls would look like on there, and I thought that was just very pretty. Let's see if I can move this back so you can kind of see what they look like. I also have the, I made just some blue and white ones for, you know, maybe not as elegant dinner, you know, just something casual. And I put that blue on the bottom, but I thought that was really pretty fabric. And again, just very simple, but very pretty. And again, you could put pearls around this or lace or whatever. You know, I just kind of left them plain because I liked them like that. Now, as far as making your coaster sleeves, the one thing you want to do is, it depends on what glasses you're using, is measure the diameter of the bottom of your glass. Now this one's pretty small. I actually used this glass as my template and traced the base of this, which happens to be 3.5 inches. Okay, some glasses might be, I mean, like this one is probably, let me measure real quick. Looks like it's about 2 3/4 inch. Okay, so what you want to do is when you draw your template, okay, to use for your pattern, you want to actually cut it about 1/8 of an inch bigger for the sewed one, the ones you're going to sew, okay. For the ones you're going to glue, you could make it yeah, go with about 1/8 of an inch wider. I think that would be a good thing there. You don't want the ones that you're going to not glue, that you're going to glue. You don't want them too tight because you're trying to pull it over this, and I don't want you to have to, re-glue them every time you use them. I actually used this. This was my template. You can see it actually sits inside of there, okay? But to put it on this glass, it was too tight. So that's why I changed it over to this glass, because it goes on way easier, okay? It just, and there's a little bit of room, but it's not enough that it's any big deal, okay? So for this glass, I would definitely make it at least 1/8, if not 1/4 of an inch bigger all the way around. Okay, so we got our template. The next thing you're going to do is, we'll use this one as a sample here. Okay, so again, you're going to have 4 pieces on this one. So you got a top and a bottom, and then you've got the folded ones on the top. So to sew, if you're using all one color, it doesn't matter which one you put on the top. If you're using 2 different colors, if you want a different color for your bottom, make sure on the sewn ones, again, like the squares, that you put the bottom piece on the top when you're doing this part, because you're going to turn it wrong side or right side out, okay? So anyway, so you fold these again and you lay them down. And again, I pin these like right in here, and then stitch all the way around, okay? So it's going to look like, actually I have this one here that's pinned. You can see my pins there that I folded, okay? And then you're going to stitch all the way around, and then you're going to turn it. Now this one, I made a different color bottom on it so that you can kind of see the contrast. But again, you're going to turn it right side out. And again, like I said, I press my coasters once I'm done making them. It just makes them kind of nice and flat. But there's your little coaster, okay? Now when you're gluing, again, you want to glue these 2 layers together, just a thin line of glue right around the edge. Glue them together. Take your folded ones and put glue halfway around and press those together, those edges together. Do both of them. Then you're going to run a circle of glue edge all around the edge here, and you're going to lay that down, press, lay this down, and press, okay? So you're done making this coaster. And you can add all kinds of trim. Again, you could add the yarn, you could add rickrack, you can add lace, you can add pearls, sequins. I did want to show you, I did make a red velvet one here, and I wanted to show you, and I haven't put the sparkles down on it yet, but yeah, you can get strands of these little pearls and stuff. All this stuff you can get at, like your fabric stores or Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Try to catch them when they're on sale, and that way you save yourself more money. Oh, okay. So where's my red one at here? I wanted to show you real quick. Okay, so this is my, did I put it on this one or the other one? No, I think it goes on the little one here. Let me see. Yeah, this is for the little one. When you're having that glass of special brandy after dinner, ha ha ha. Okay, so what I was going to do on this one is I was actually going to add sequins, but I couldn't make up my mind if I wanted gold or silver. So I didn't glue them down yet, but I wanted to lay it down here if I can and just kind of show you how pretty this would look in like candlelight and stuff. Looks like it's going to rain here. It's getting very cloudy, so I hope this video is not too dark. But anyways, you can kind of see it's not cooperating with me. How elegant that would look with that sequins around it like that. I think that would look so pretty. give you a nice sparkle in the candlelight. But again, like I said, I couldn't figure out if I wanted the silver or the gold, and that's why I did not glue it down yet. I mean, there's the gold. I mean, it would look really pretty too. Okay. Alrighty. I will put down below the how much fabric you need for if you're making 4 coasters or 6 coasters. I'll try to put all that down below in the description. Also, let's see, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, as far as your fabrics, okay, like I said, you can use charm packs to make these. You could buy fabric by the yard, but also, I'm going to move this back up so I can look at you. I miss you. You could also, I'm a thrifter, so when I go to a thrift store, I'm always looking at fabric and clothing, things like that. So if I see a dress that's like maybe a size 2, that I'm never going to wear, but I love the fabric, and it's like $1 or 50 cents or $2. When you think about what you pay for fabric, fancy fabric at the fabric stores, I mean, your velvets, they can go up to like $20 a yard, okay? So I look for clothing that I can reuse in my crafting. Any kind of skirts, blouses, dresses, vests, things like that, I will buy them if I really like the fabric, because there's laces on them, there's beadwork, embroidery, which would make what you're using it for a unique item. Because you can't go to the store and buy it by the yard, especially if it's kind of vintage. And if no one's going to wear it, I reuse it. It's the way I look at it. I also reuse a lot of clothing fabric that's ornate on my junk journal covers too. So I'm always on the lookout for things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this, and like I said, I tried to do it so that the people who sew and the ones who don't sew could still make these 2 items to use at their tables. So I thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Hit the notification bell so you'll get my videos in the future. And give me a like if you like me. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below, and I'll be glad to answer them. And I hope you have a blessed day and a good evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.